And I am live. Good afternoon. Happy Sunday. This is Rochelle from Feeding a Crowd. Welcome to my YouTube live um, and um, and my blog. So I am on Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest. I love Pinterest. I don't know if you guys use it, but on my recipes, well, the links to my recipes are there, and it's pretty good. I have a lot of followers there, so I guess I must be doing something right. Um, and I'm really happy to see you guys. I have some fun stuff today, some fun discoveries, and I want to talk about the recipes that I sent out this week, and also two of them, which are precious to my heart and favorite of my family. Some of you might actually know them. So here we go. I have four links in the chat. So the recipes are there, the three recipes. So that would be the baby biscotti. Well, it's biscotti for babies, for teething babies. Juni's pasta, and also the iced tea, the famous iced tea that I still make. I still have and use it. I started making it because the weather is beautiful. So we have iced tea. So we'll talk about that in a bit. And I want to talk, so I know that we're all going to thinking about gardens. You probably started your plants if you're starting them. If you buy them from a store, that works as well. I often do that. I haven't started my own seedlings in a long time because, you need the room for that. And, but yeah, the more I think of it, the more I could probably find a spot in my house with all the sun to, start a few. So I would like to talk about that because I think that I used to just plant a garden, but now that I'm planting with the idea of preservation and conservation and dehydration, I'm going to plant differently this year. So I would love to talk about that too. I will. And then I have some fun stuff to show you from my Lucky Finds Thrift Shop. Say that fast 5 times. Lucky Finds Thrift Shop. Yep. It's a tongue twister finally. Hello, La Flèche. I hope you are well. I have something I think you will like later. Um, so many things are selling from my thrift store, my little thrift shop. It's real exciting. So thankfully, I'm always on the lookout and I continue finding things I think that my people will like. So the recipes oh, and also, the newsletter went out this morning. I hope you guys got it. Whoever doesn't get it, please check in your junk mail because that's where it's going to be. And you have to make sure the first time you save it, you say, that it's not junk, and then you will get it every 2 weeks. So yes, so that went out. Did you get it, La Flèche, the newsletter? Doot, 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 doot. Mario Brothers. So I think. Um, so yeah, so the I think the first recipe that came out was the biscotti for baby. It's not just for babies, even though I say it's for babies because it's very iron potent. Iron, yeah, it's full of minerals and iron, which I think it's what babies might lack at times, depending when they start eating and what they're eating, right? So it's an amazing recipe. I make it so often. I've made different versions of it, some with less sugar, some with more. Some I put more seeds in it, like pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds. Others don't have seeds in them. I love using coconut. Coconut is so full of mineral, so it's unsweetened coconut that goes in there. So again, everything is thought out. And once I remember checking, like one biscotti had 11% of a baby's iron need in the biscotti. So I think that, if you're going to be feeding your children crappy teething biscuits that have zero nothing in them, and inadvertently it has sugar, even though it's hidden under other food things, you might as well make biscotti and feed them while they're chewing, for the teething purpose. Um, as teething is not very much fun. I always put cinnamon and ginger. Cinnamon is very good. It's good as a number, analgesic. How do we say that? Analgesic. How do you say that? Anyways, I'm sure you guys understand. So, yeah, so the biscottis are well thought out. It was created with my daughter, Felicity, when she had her first babies. And we just worked on this recipe to make sure it was a good recipe for babies. I probably could have marketed it, but I'm not going the food business again, except this food on my blog. So, been there, done that. But the second recipe is, well, it's Evelyn's or Jeannie's pasta. She was her favorite. Well, she when she would come to my house, and then I decided to, because I always made it without a recipe. With like most of my meals, I don't follow recipes much. So this time I took the time to take down all the ingredients, write it, and create it for you. So Juni's pasta is an amazing, it looks very complicated, but you can just make it the way you want. You know, you can change anything in it. It doesn't have to be chicken. It doesn't have to be broccoli. It doesn't, you just do what you want with it. It's just delicious. It's simple. If you use good ingredients, you're good to go. So that's called Junie's pasta. I have a better name for it. I mean, it's a because I had made it for them at the time. But technically, it's a creamy mushroom and chicken linguine with broccoli. So that's what it is. That's the fact the creaminess is not from a mushroom soup because I've made pasta with that. No, this is you make your own creaminess with cream. So yeah, and the third recipe is the iced tea. Now, I have had the recipe there for 8 years about, okay, and a lot of people struggle with how I make it because if you've never made it, it looks complicated, but it's not, and you can make a lot of it whenever you want it. I'm going to show you something, so give me a second because I forgot to take it out of the fridge. I see you later today. So, see? So all I need to do, so I made two like these yesterday, okay? So basically, I put the 10 pouches of tea in here. I always use good quality. The few times I use bad quality tea or lemon juice, so like a generic lemon juice concentrate, it came out so bad it tasted like soap. So I use good tea, whichever tea you prefer. I use good lemon concentrate of your choice. Now, if you use fresh lemon juice, it's delicious. It's not as pronounced because it's not a concentrate, but it's as delicious. Put the pouches. So it's sun tea. And then it's cold water. I put this in the sun a minimum of 6 hours. Does not need to be in the direct sunlight either. It could be in direct sunlight, whatever it's going to steep. Okay, the fact that it's not steeped with hot water means it's not acrid. It actually a very nice smooth tea taste. So you don't like it's not doesn't hurt you. It's just delicious. So it's a sun tea. And once I remove the pouches, I add the lemon juice. So it's half a cup of lemon juice, and I'd go between a third and 2/3 cups of sugar. To me, 2/3 is what people like. A half cup is about what I like. And that's it. So in here, we have the steep tea, we have the lemon juice, and the sugar. Now, when I want to use it, I'm going to pour this. So let's say I have a party, I can make 8 of these. And whenever I use them, I put this in a 2-liter jar and then add the rest with ice and water, and I have the iced tea. It's done. And so iced tea concentrate. So on the recipe, I have just a simple recipe for you guys to make. And then I have the concentrate that you can make. So easy, so much fun, so much less sugar than what we buy. And yet it does not taste not sweet. I've made teas like this, sun tea with other kinds of teas, and it is delicious, but not all teas are delicious. So some teas just never came out. I don't like fruit teas anymore. I used to. So, but yeah, iced tea. So that's the third recipe that came out this week. Not sure what I'm going to make next week. I'm going to do, but I think I made a super salad last night. I had guests, amazing guests. And I made my super salad. And maybe I'll work on that this week because that dressing that I make for that salad is a avocado and it's delicious. And frankly, you can use it on everything. You can use it for a dip with chips or with veggies. You can use it and as a salad dressing, and you can use it with eggs. You can use it. It's just creamy and wonderful. Actually, you could almost eat it as a soup. Like seriously, you could eat it like as a cold soup. So yeah. So I think that's going to be one of the recipes because I think everyone's waiting. Um, and it's one of the only salad dressings I make that is more complicated because my salad dressings are usually a good olive oil, a good lemon juice, uh, maybe some white balsamic glaze, salt and pepper. So but I like to ramp it up sometimes with and make it a bit more complicated. So that one is that. So those were my recipes of the week. And so let's talk about gardening. I'm thinking of my gardening. I did not a lot, because I don't have that many. I have three garden beds that are not big, but I got so much out of them. If you do it right, you get a lot out of everything. And it's important that we get plenty of good soil. Do not skimp on good soil. It just makes a whole big difference. So I make sure to add new soil every year, or if you have your own compost, use your own compost. But please be careful. If you added diseased plants from last year in your compost, the diseases will still be there. It will not kill the disease or the pest. So whenever you have diseased plants, you need to burn them. It's almost the only way you'll get rid of the disease, and especially the pest that will come back year after year. Um, the other thing, of course, you do is rotating your crop as needed. I usually wait for 1 year to have a bad crop for rotating it, because if it's a good spot, it's a good spot, and if it works, it works. And then you rotate as needed. I'm super excited about the garlic I planted this fall. So we'll see about that, because, who doesn't want fresh garlic? It's pretty expensive too, garlic. And remember, never get it from China, ever. And then, so I'm going to plant this year with in mind that I want to make tomato sauce. I want to make hot sauces, and I want to have more herbs so I can have tea all year round. I just finished my herbs for my teas last week or a few weeks, except for the lemon balm. I ran out faster because I use it so much. But I want more oregano, because oregano is so good for colds and flu. And man, are we getting hit hard this year. So, La Flèche, do you have any ideas for your garden, like what you would plant with idea in mind of like dehydrating, conserving, or um, like what any kind of preservation, be it frozen, be it canning? I might can this year. I'm going to slowly find what I need and do some canning this year. So yes, it's all things that's in the works for me. So think about that. Um, and what else would I plant? Well, obviously, I always plant. Last year, I always plant one plant of like tomatillos or cherries. I don't even know how they're called. Maybe cerise de taille. And I know what they're called. I just forgot. Anyways, because I love making little jams out of that, and the grandkids love picking at it. And one bush gives you gazillions. Like it must have given me 25 cups. It was ridiculous from one plant. It was so big. In fact, I'm thinking, oh, that's a great idea. See, there you go. So you'll be dehydrating bell peppers. See, I don't grow bell peppers for some reason. I grow hot peppers. But I'm going to have more containers this year. I'm definitely going to have more containers this year. And I found a place that's selling big wooden containers for $25 on legs. So I might actually look into that, because I want one whole box with just hot peppers for my hot sauce. Yep, 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 yep. And well, there's something in a hot sauce you can't grow, right? Last year, someone gave me a whole, I don't know, a big thing of pears from their tree. So pears and hot peppers make a great sauce. But it also makes a great pear will also make a great jam, which I didn't think would work because pears are very soft. And so I researched it really well. And so what you do is you put your pears in sugar and a bit of lemon juice, and it removes the water, which who knew? It removes the water from the pears, the little, your diced pears, so that when you make the jam, the pears keep their form. That vanilla pear jam is just absolutely delicious. You have it on its own or with cheeses, like pear and cheeses. It's just absolutely. So if anyone has too many pears this fall, let me know and we can share the recipe. I'm curious about the pickled jalapenos because I didn't even think of doing that. And I have to be careful with hot foods. I love it, but the grandkids don't, except one. Silbai loves them. So me and Silbai and a bit Matisse. But Caleb and William, eh. So yeah. So pickles, you create the pickle juice and then you just put the jalapenos in La Flèche. How do you do that? Oh, okay, that makes sense. And then do you cook it? Do you put them in a pot to boil, or just because it's hot it works, and you keep them in the fridge or in your pantry? Is he trying to find the rabbit?
No, just seeing some outside.
Okay, that's fine. We have Nala this week. Yes, we do. And yeah, do you keep them in the fridge once you're done, or do you like boil them and put them in the pantry, store in the fridge? Okay, so you do have to have like almost a second fridge because obviously it's going to take up room. I only, I'm one person. My fridge is pretty much always full. Yeah. So of course, yeah. So, and if I need one more garden box for sure. Yeah. So are you going to start your seeds or are you going to buy? I think that both work really well. I'd like to start my seedlings, but I think that, when there's a crunch or something, you get what you get, especially if you don't have a lot to buy. Oh, that's great. Because I always have way too many plants and then I give the rest away, which is great for whoever else. But, and seedlings are hard to kill. Like you need 2 days and they're all dead. So that's happened to me a few times. You put them, if they're not in the kitchen or you put them in a sunny room and then you for 2 days, you miss them, they dried up in those little tiny things. And then that's it. And then you buy them. Oh my gosh. The trials of gardening. Yeah, and there's a plant. There's a little black pepper. It's called something nade. So it's from Brazil, but it's Neyde. So pimento de nade, which is weird, but it's a little black, and it was used to make it's genetics were used to make the Carolina Reaper. So it's very, very, very hot, and I want to grow more of that one because for my hot sauce. And that I kept the pepper, and that I will start the seedlings this I was going to say today, but really soon. I was saying, yeah, I'm going to probably use the egg cartons to start them. I don't want to buy the store things. I find them to be expensive and useless. So I'll probably use an egg carton for that. Yeah, and I think I'm just thinking about this, obviously. I'm going to use like the egg carton, the one that's carton, and I have a plastic carton, like egg carton, and I'm going to put so that if it waters, like I'm going to use the plastic one, I'm going to put the carton one inside, and then the water will not like seep anywhere because it'll be held in by the plastic. So yeah, I'll use both. And do you want to play Chop La Flèche? Do you have any questions of anything from your fridge that I can help you make before we go to the thrift shop? But while we wait, I am going to talk about this book. So this is very well used. For a while there, I did Julie from Julie and Julia, and practically went through all the recipes in this book. And take my word for it, some of them I didn't like. So because of that, this book is very, very, very worn. and broken and flipped, but it's all worth it. I still love it. I still use it. I wouldn't even use, if I got a new book, I would still only use this one. Kids' favorite, tempting cheese crepes. I have an image somewhere, and always make this at the New Year's. See if I can find a picture. The kids absolutely love that recipe, and so either I make it or my daughter makes it. Maybe this is where the picture is. Nope, frankly not. Anyways, don't know where the picture is, but yeah. So, and made many, oh, this is another family favorite. Marble squares, these are delicious. In fact, I saw someone else make it. So this is a well-worn book, as you can see. I still love this book. So much stuff. And there's many different cheesecakes in here. It's crazy. Like this cheesecake is amazing. I've made it quite a few times. It's really delicious. So what I want to say about this book is I found one that I'm putting. Yeah, I did. Yeah, the thumbs up is by mistake. So I found one. It's going to go in my thrift shop, and it's French version. Whoops. French version. So this is going to go for sale for about, I'd say maybe $10, because they're not cheap to come by. So found this book. The other one that I found, which I'm really excited about, because, I was telling you how I have had 3 series of the Better Homes and Garden books. Well, I found this one, okay? So this one is a compilation of many of the recipes from those hardcover books that I had. It's amazing. It like, if you want to make biscuits, if you want, like on this page, everything you want to know about all the beans, rice, and grains, right? It's a really fun book. If we stop going online for everything, we start looking at books while having coffee in the morning, we'll be learning a lot of shit. A lot of interesting facts. So this one too is gonna go on my thrift shop. Okay, it has some weird. It's new. Okay, it hasn't been used except that the spine, for some reason or other, there's issues with the spine, and the pages have been like taped. So it has almost no use except that, like where the spine is here, it has some use. So people will have to be careful. But I love this. I love this book. I think it's a staple, and everyone should have one in their kitchen. So that's going to go on my in the thrift shop later this week. I haven't had time to put everything. So 2 books. First time I put books in the thrift shop, so I'm so excited. Doesn't take much to excite me, apparently. Okay. So look at this piece, baby. It's like a small fruit bowl or a compote bowl, or I didn't know what it was, but it's made by Zabowski, something weird. Let me look. I have to go find it. Well, because apparently it's not even there yet. Okay, it's going to show up, I think, tonight. So it's a vintage 1960. Really weird word. Well, it's not weird. It's Polish, actually. It was made in Poland, which is sort of cool. And it's frosted pink, a really pretty pink. It doesn't come out as pretty in the pictures, but take my word for it, it's pretty pink. So I'm just struggling right now with the description. Okay, here we go. I think it's going to, nope, apparently it's not going to come up. So weird when stuff like that happens. Okay, so it's called Zabkawis. Anyways, so it's satin pink glass bowl featuring a strawberry blossom design. So it's the company is Glassworks, located in Poland. And this bowl is an example of pressed glass from that era. So it's like depression glass, and it's pretty amazing. It's 8 by 8 by 4 inches. So that will come out, I think, tonight on my shop. This one, what a beautiful surprise. I saw this and I always say when you want to drink tea, you need to look at this spout. You want it to be thin here. If it's thick, the tea will always be dripping down. It's not the end of the world, but it's not. So this, I thought, is too pretty. It's big, right? You can have 4 to 6 cups in here. Pretty amazing. Look at how well it's made. Okay. It's got no use, no stains. It's not been stained. Well, from research to research to research, it was in the 19th centuries, maybe the beginning of the 20th, which means it was, I had to look this up, in maybe 1890. It's in Japan under, which means it was made before World War II. So I already knew it was old. But I didn't get it because it was old. I got it because it's beautiful. So there's a beautiful pattern on it. And as old as it is, I would enjoy this every day or once a week at least. It's too beautiful not to use. So this piece is real antique and it's absolutely gorgeous. And I'm really excited to have it for sale in my Lucky Find. Talk about a Lucky Find thrift shop. The other thing I found, which I'm super excited about, is I found another one. I did not know. I can't move it because there's something in there I want to show you. The surprise is in here, Leftesh. So, yeah, it's new. It's never been used. There's no scratching on it. There's a little bit of like metalware, but it's absolutely amazing. Like I'm floored that I was able to find this, and it has the matching plate. Often I find the cap, but the plate was broken. This one, I'll show you the platter. So the platter is not even chipped. Isn't that amazing? Like, and the cover is made so it fits in here, so it doesn't move around when you use it, right? See, so it fits perfectly in there. So see, it sticks. You know, I don't think you can throw it around. But so here's what I want to show you. So I'm going to do this again. Put this back in here. So I think that this is too cute. I can't believe I found this because we were talking about it this week. And here I found one. Miniature tea set. Cutest miniature tea set. Okay, so you think, what's on it? Well, I'll show you. What's on? There's no chips on it. I don't think it was used very often. It's Chateau Frontenac with Tinkerbell. Like, I don't know how Tinkerbell fits on Chateau Frontenac. I don't really understand that. So yeah. So it's all it says, Chateau Frontenac, and there's Tinkerbell on it. So there's 2 cups, 2 plate, you know, like the little teacups. Though for sugar. I think one square of sugar will fit in here. Thank you very much. And the little creamer. It's tiny. It's so cute. So that's going to go up for sale too. So really, really happy about my finds this week from the shop. I have to go back because a lot of them was sold yesterday. So, you know, I need to keep finding new things, new interesting tools and things, right? Because I know you enjoyed your stock skimmer this week. I can't believe I want to find more like that. That was so cool. And even your mom had never heard of it. So that's really cool. Yeah, so I'm not done putting everything in the store. I have a few things left, like the tea set. And I think the cake plate, because I think I only have the tea set left. I don't have any tools this week, which I was discouraged, but you know, you find what you find during the week. And sometimes you get one thing and sometimes you get the other. But if you guys are looking for anything specific, let me know. And I'm going to be on the lookout for, you know, good stuff. Because good stuff is important. It's important in a kitchen that you're happy. And pretty dishes and good tools make a happier cook. You know, I was going to say a chef mistress, you know, because we're the mistresses of our kitchen. And we're the creators of recipe. And once we start creating the recipe, you decide what goes in there. And when you mess up, it's okay. It means the next time you'll do better. So don't ever worry about it when you mess up. I've thrown whole meals away in front of my kids because I was like, why are you eating it? It tastes like crap. And they would just say, yes, mom. And then we'd order pizza, you know? shit happens. Oops. I mean, stuff happens. It's okay. And you just move on and you laugh at yourself, because laughing at yourself is the best part of everyday life. So, with that, I'm really looking forward to next week. I hope that we come up with more gardening things and ideas, and maybe we can work together. And if La Fish makes a lot of bell peppers and I make a lot of hot peppers, maybe we can share. Or, I should have a surplus of herbs, maybe. And for sure, I'm gonna have lots and lots of tomatoes. I only always put one plant for like eating tomatoes, and the rest is always Roma and of course cherry tomatoes. But yeah, so for sauces, because Roma I think remain the best tomatoes for sauces. But I made ketchup with cherry tomatoes, and the ketchup was phenomenal. So just grow stuff, and don't forget, like I told someone yesterday, you're not growing fruit and food, you're growing money, because you're saving that money. So you're growing money, not just food. So thank you for coming in today. I'm really happy to see you, and I hope to see you next week. And with that, I wish you a most wonderful week. Thank you, Rochelle, out.